on the Clay injury coming up. And the football crew is ready to roll today. RC is here. Diana's ready to go. Rob Ninkovich, puppyless to the best of our knowledge as we roll on this Friday with the game of the night. And it was a good one last night, a big one in the NFC West. Kyler and the Cardinals, Russell and the Seahawks. Kyler coming off the magical finish of the other night. But it's Russell pulling off the magic in the first quarter here, Bart, keeping it alive and finding DK in the end zone.
And Russell did a great job of recognizing when he had time in the pocket. DK Metcalf stand alive for his quarterback. That's what you do, young fella.
7-0 Seahawks take the lead later in the quarter. Same score. Watch the hit on Murray carefully here as he gets up holding the shoulder.
And you look at him, and this was a huge narrative in the game. You saw him all game long, wincing on the sideline, trying to figure out if he can get it done. They kept heat on it the entire game, Greeny.
Stayed on the field. Second quarter, same score. Murray's still in there, and this time he's got his big tight end.
Throwing it right into the pocket, right to Max Williams. Huge play to keep the drive going and to try and get into striking distance.
Kenyon Drake would take it in, so we're tied at 7. Ensuing Seahawks position. Tyler Lockett lives to play against the Cardinals.
Is this a moon ball, half moon ball? He threw it right in the pocket, and Russ said, put some respect on my damn name, Greeny.
Extra point, no good. 13-7 Seattle. Third quarter now. Cardinals down 16-7. It's Murray. It's Dan Arnold. It's 16-14.
Oh, Dan Arnold high pointing that ball. We call that a baby moss.
Now, here's a big mistake that the Cardinals make on the defensive side. This is a third down. They're going to get off the field, but we got penalties.
You have to keep your cool. A fight ensues. This continues to drive. You see right here, the punch is thrown 15 yards, keeps the drive alive, and Carlos Hyde takes it to pay dirt. I have a reservation for 6, excuse me.
Seahawks ran it for 165. They're up 9. Early fourth, same score, 3rd and goal from the 3. It's Murray. Wide open, Chase Edmonds.
Oh, yeah, Jamal Adams has his eyes locked on Kyler Murray, loses his coverage in the back, touchdown.
Next, Cardinals possession. 2nd and 22 from their own 2. We've got holding in the end zone. It's a safety. Is it a good call? Take another look.
That's a great call, Greeny. You look right here, he's impeding his progress. Right here, this could have been either a sack and end zone, which would have resulted in the safety. You got to make that call.
Cards 10 penalties for 115 yards. 50 seconds remaining. Cardinals down 7. Murray, they don't need to be going to the end zone. 2nd and 3rd down. They threw deep here, Bart.
Well, you think about being in the high red, that's your best opportunity because the closer you get to the red zone, the harder it is to get the touchdown. He's trying to relive last week. Is this the sequel?
This is the 4th down play. Yes. Would it be another Hail Mary? No, it would not. Carlos Dunlap making the sack, and that's all she wrote. A good one on a Thursday night, and the Seahawks gain revenge and first place in the NFC West.
They gave us the opportunity to keep him running around, and you know, I like my odds. I'll chase after a squirrel all day.
Hey, Kyler, how's your arm feeling, and did that affect anything you were able to do in this game?
No, just came up short. Didn't execute when we needed to. Had our chances. We just didn't play well enough.
Well, here's the deal. The Seahawks, since Russell Wilson got there, have now won 80% of their games in which he doesn't turn the ball over, which includes a 4-0 record this year. It's important because Wilson had committed 3 or more turnovers in 3 of his previous 4 games, all of which resulted in losses. And so it was MVP level Russell Wilson early in the season, and then the struggles, and then Ryan Clark. How about last night? What did you see from Russell Wilson in this win last night?
Last night was Super Bowl Russell Wilson. It was the Russell Wilson we used to see early on in his career when he had the Legion of Boom and a great run game. It's the Russell Wilson we need to see going forward. He wasn't trying to win the MVP with every snap. He was making the right plays. He was taking the ball outside of the pocket when he had to, getting outside the pocket, gaining 5, gaining 7 yards when he had the opportunity, and also making the big play when he found people open on second play opportunity. This is the Russell Wilson you need to see going forward for the Seattle Seahawks. There's nothing to prove. We know that you're Mr. Unlimited. We know that you can do anything inside and outside of the pocket, but it's about winning games. It's always been about winning games in Seattle, and it seems like they got back to that last night because Russell Wilson got back to who he's always been, and that's a winner that makes the right play for the right team.
And not having to do it all by himself, Bart. Again, we mentioned they ran it last night, and they played a little defense. Did that look like a championship caliber team to you?
It did to me, and it was talking about the balance. You talk about, coming, high, coming back 70 yards rushing. They had 165 yards rushing. That's the recipe. That is the recipe for success. And also the addition of Carlos Dunlap, giving them somebody that can, rush the passer. And they finally have impact players on 3 tiers of the defense. You got Wagner in the middle, you got Jamal Adams on the back, and then it looks like I think I saw a guy that resembles Snacks Harrison. It looked like he ate a little baby right there, but I tell you what, he was eating a lot of snacks, but they have him activated. That puts a huge anchor in the run defense for the Seattle Seahawks.
And Rob Ninkovich, as I bring you in, I want to show everyone what Seattle's next 4 games look like, because the Seahawks, with this win last night, not only take the lead in the division, but they really take control of the division. Look who they have coming up. These are all games in which they will be at least a touchdown favorite: Eagles, Giants, Jets, and the Washington football team. So with that in mind, Rob Ninkovich, and watching them play a little defense last night and Russell play the way he played, do you like the Seahawks now in the best division in the NFL, the NFC West?
I do. When they can play defense, I mean, it's a completely different team. We saw that last night. Earlier in the season, even when Russell Wilson feels like he needs to put the whole team on his shoulders and go out there and win football games, that could be too much pressure. And last night, when you see the defense coming up with big plays, getting after the quarterback, that's what you want to see in a championship team, and that's encouraging. So if they can continue to do this, they can move forward, their defense can continue to play well, they're going to be 11-3 after that 4-game stretch. I can guarantee that.
It does feel that way, and you might have just seen Hembo's note there. The Rams, with that difficult schedule the rest of the way, they have a very losable game on Monday night, if you will, against Tampa Bay. So the Seahawks could wind up, when this weekend comes to an end, Tuesday morning, alone in first place in the division. And RC, let's wrap it up where we began it again. Just with Russell Wilson, does this put him back on track in the MVP conversation? That was all the talk the first half of the season. Does it start again now after last night?
Yeah, I think it's going to start again now.